In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Robert Spillane has it. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Complete out to the right. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Nix from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Right back to Pacheco. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And it'll be Raider football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Jukes one defender, and he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 yards, and that moves them that much closer. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Wangu goes up and over for the touchdown. The Raiders go up 6-0 here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. We'll cobble together a yard there. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Pacheco again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he cuts it back right. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow bails out of the pocket quick. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Burrow setting up the play action. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They're going play action. Vacates quickly left side. Higgins makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Throwing off the play fake here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. Working quickly here. Man in motion here. 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. He lets a heater go. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Raiders come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're set up with it after the pick to end the 1st. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They've got a man in motion. Finds a man right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Wangu on the catch. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Nix with it on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and long for him here. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing now off play action. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd down run by Pacheco. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Burrow finds Laporta. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Handoff headed right. Irving has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Bengals pushing for points. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to...
Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Milton. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Bengals football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow. Finds him on the crossing route. No one around. He's got space. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run. Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. One after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
To play running back in this league, Well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They go play action on first. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals might be able to get some points late after the interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On first down, here's Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down, Burrow to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Here's Burrow. Has it in close. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
One touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking right, and he finds it. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. Oh, he trucked that defender. This is ahead for about 5. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's Milton. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Working quickly here. Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's Pacheco on 3rd. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to it. He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Burrow setting up the play action. He finds Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Running right, it's Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action now, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now they send their back in motion right. This one taken in by Chase. Running down the left side. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Milton to throw. Complete here to Bowers. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On target to his back, Joe Mixon. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Second and 10 now. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They're going for this. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. They go play action here. Higgins makes the catch. And he's taken down at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. So we hit the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Second down now, 7 to go. Here we go. Right back to Pacheco. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals making a 3-score game in the fourth. T. Higgins the touchdown. McPherson at the point after. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Wangu now to return. Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders drop the lead back to 13. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. Oh, did the Raiders get to that one? They're saying yes, and the officials agree. Raider football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They're going play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Milton now. That's taken in by Wangu. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders get it back to within 6. They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run now with Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It's Pacheco again. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's a gain of 4. They're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th.
establish the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That pass caught by Wangu. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
A tight end in motion now. Here's the give on 3rd and short. Flies past the 1st, inside the 30. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Lone man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure a 1st down right there.
First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
He'll throw it. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He's back to throw. It could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bengals make the play that should win them this game.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And they got there in time. He's taken down. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now a handoff for Pacheco. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on fourth down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a two-score game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a two-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw left side, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They put a receiver in motion here left. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders cut the lead down to just 2. So with barely any time left, they need everything to break their way. And that's the Bengals who are on that one. And that's a wrap on this ball game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really confident.